new imagery released by Chinese military appears to show a PLA Air Force J-10 fighter carrying a large, conical weapon consistent with the J-21E hypersonic anti-ship missile family. If confirmed, the pairing would mark a significant shift in how China could threaten U.S. and allied naval forces across the Western Pacific. Photos published on December 26, 2025, by China Military Online show a PLA Air Force J-10 fighter lifting off for what is described as a routine training sortie, but analysts quickly focused on the jet's centerline payload. The weapon's size, shape, and mounting geometry closely resemble open-source depictions of the J-21E export hypersonic anti-ship ballistic missile, prompting renewed debate among regional defense observers about whether China has succeeded in adapting a weapon once limited to heavy bombers for use on a frontline multi-role fighter. J-21E hypersonic air-launched anti-ship ballistic missile, assessed up to 1,500 km range with Mach 6+ flight and a Mach 10 class terminal dive, built to hit major warships with minimal warning and stress shipboard defenses. If the identification is correct, the technical leap is less about inventing a new missile than about shrinking a weapon class that China has so far associated with heavy launch platforms. The J-21 is assessed in open defense reporting as a hypersonic anti-ship ballistic missile with an operational range of roughly 1,500 kilometers, cruising around Mach 6 and reaching approximately Mach 10 in the terminal phase. This speed profile is intended to compress warning timelines and complicate interception by layered naval air defense systems. The fighter itself is central to the significance of this development. In practical terms, a J-10C configured this way would likely operate with escorts, offboard targeting support, and standoff jamming assets, functioning as a delivery node rather than a self-contained strike platform. Operationally, fighter-launched anti-ship ballistic missiles alter the geometry of sea denial. China has already demonstrated air-launched ballistic missile concepts from H-6K bombers, but moving a related capability onto a lighter, more numerous fighter dramatically increases sortie flexibility and survivability. Fighters can disperse across multiple airfields, reposition launch points by hundreds of kilometers, and attack from unpredictable vectors, forcing opposing naval forces to defend against a far wider threat envelope than coastal or bomber-based systems alone would impose. For China, the strategic implications are clear. Integrating a J-21E class missile onto a frontline fighter strengthens deterrence by raising the perceived cost of naval intervention near China's periphery.